Welcome to the Kane and Reloaded Show. This is your boy 305 Kane.
And it's your boy DJ Reloaded.
Before we get started, we need y'all to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified when we go live. It don't cost you a thing to hit that subscribe button or the notification bell or to hit that share button and share it to your friends and family and let them know that you love the Kane and Reloaded Show and you want them to see this good content we putting out. Now, topic of tonight's discussion will be 25-year-old black man running through suburban Georgia neighborhood killed by two white men. An African-American man running through a Georgia neighborhood was pursued, shot, and killed by a white man and his father. According to the retired district attorney investigator Greg McMichael, saw Muhammad Aubrey, 25, sprinting past his home in Brunswick, Georgia, believed he was a robbery suspect. McMichael alerted his adult son, Travis McMichael, and both men grabbed their guns and followed Aubrey in their truck. Stop. We want to talk to you, the man said to Aubrey. After a struggle over the shotgun the son was carrying, Aubrey was shot at least twice and killed. What you think about that, DJ Reloaded?
Um, I mean, it's a tragedy, man, right? Um, it's definitely a devastating story, a story that I hate to even really be talking about. With all this going on, and everybody trying to get back to some type of a normal life or a normal routine. And we have to have this discussion. I mean, you got a lot going on in this world. Um, I feel devastated, and the reason why I feel devastated because just reading the article, reading the report, reading what's been going on. I think that they said this happened around like in February.
Mm,
From the article I read, like the 23rd, something like that. I could double check that. Um, for this to not have that much media attention, I mean, why does this keep on happening, right? And you know, something has to change. February 23rd. This is when it happened. Something has to change, right? We talking about a young black male running through a neighborhood. They say that the neighborhood was being burglarized, and when they saw him running, they wanted, they just he saw him running, called his son. They both grabbed their guns, jumped into a pickup truck, and went after the individual. Other reports try to describe it as, he was wearing a white tee, kinky shorts, Nikes, and a bandana, right? Trying to make, again, is attacking his character. The report didn't indicate if he was wearing the bandana on his face or whatever he was doing with it. So I don't even understand why the bandana was even important in some articles. The most important thing about this story was a young man lost his life for nothing.
mm,
Then again, like I said, again, just the father have ties in the justice system in that county
mm,
to the point where he has ties with the district attorney where they had to remove him.
mm.
So they already, what I mean. So I mean, it's this definitely needs coverage. The family is afraid that with everything going on, it's not going to get the coverage that it deserves, the attention that it deserves. A family lost, family lost a loved one, a mother lost a son, a father, being proud, and most fathers when they have sons, that's joy to them that was taken from them,
Right.
all because someone took the law in their hands yet again. Like I said again, this is the 8 year anniversary of Trayvon Martin, and we're still having the same kind of conversation.
Mm,
We just did, I mean, think about it. I mean, like, I don't know if it's just the media trying to distract everybody, but throughout all this going on, you get more and more stories like this cracking through. Everything else is going on. We just did a video about the white kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
The video last night, and now this. And to me, um, again, America needs to check itself because when I see a white man running in my neighborhood, I don't think criminal. I see black families running through my neighborhood. I don't see criminal. I want to know, why do people see criminal? There was no reports about a house alarm going off, nobody screaming, police sirens. This man shouldn't have been a target. This man was targeted. He was chased down, and in my eyes, he was murdered. No one's gonna rush somebody who has a shotgun. Dad got a 357 revolver. I'm not rushing nobody when I know they already got a gun. And even if I rush the son and grab a gun, the dad still got a revolver. You chase him down, you call for his attention. Not at that point, the story go blank. They don't really fill in the holes. What happened? The conversation. All we know is allegedly there was a tussle, and he was shot twice. Dad man tells no tales. Dad know the law, and dad gonna spend the law to work in his son's favor. How you feel?
I'll go back to the point you made of they saw him running, they grabbed their weapons, and they went after him. I don't think there's no way, shape, and form that stand your ground works when you go after someone. Um, I haven't seen one report state that he was on their property. I don't have one report stating that he was near their front door, any of their vehicles, mailbox. All it say is he ran past their house.
That's it.
He saw them run past their house. They grabbed their weapons and they went after him.
Yeah.
That's cold-blooded murder.
I mean, like I said again, I mean, for
Let
me,
me ask you this question before you get going. Let me ask you this question. If me and you was at home, you see me running, hoodie low, past your house. You grab your weapon and you come and try to question me and you end up killing me. What are you getting charged with?
I mean, first of all, I ain't getting charged with nothing because if I see you running, I don't hoodie on or not.
That ain't the point. That ain't the point. That ain't the point.
I don't
That's my
prejudge.
question. What would you, as a black male, going chasing another black male and killing him? What you getting charged with?
Um,
I could be the person that threatened you multiple times. How hard would you fight this case?
I mean, let's be honest, right? You know, most situation, most of us are gonna feel like we're gonna fight it, but we're gonna feel like we're gonna be guilty anyways because we feel like we don't get a fair shot or fair chance with the justice system. Um, so to answer your question, I mean, again, is if you're not on my property, you're not there's no real physical evidence that you attacked me. I'm gonna feel like even if I was in the right, I'm gonna feel like I have an uphill battle.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit. Well, you know this information. I ain't telling you something new, but when you conceal carry, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they tell you, okay, for you to use your weapon in deadly force, your life has to be in danger. You have to be in life-threatening situation for you to use deadly force upon somebody.
True.
Okay.
True.
How are you in how are you in a life-threatening situation if you're chasing someone?
I mean, based off what the lawyer was trying to say is um, um, on the lines like a citizen arrest is what they're trying to plead in this situation. And once in which they said that they was in the right to do so according to the law of Georgia. Um, and then when he grabbed the gun at that point, his son was in fear of his life. That's what this is the angle that they're coming in.
Okay, and this is why I don't feel that angle should even be valid, because how are they making a citizen arrest when they haven't caught him in the middle of any crime? You can't arrest somebody for nothing.
I mean, I totally agree. Right. I mean, I totally agree. You
If
know,
if they get past with stuff like that, that means anybody can stop anybody and hold them till they advantage at any time.
I mean, you're absolutely right. But like I said again, that's why a lot of law. That's why some laws have to be changed. Even the stand your ground law. There's no way someone is looking to fight you and you pull a gun out and you shoot them. That shouldn't be justified. I mean, like I said, if I'm standing my ground and if I'm looking to follow somebody in this case, knowing that I have a gun, this in this point I have a shotgun in the car and a 357 revolver. I, I gotta feel like if I'm in that car, I'm in control.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
pulling up on him.
That's
I'm
my
pulling
point.
up on you. I'm pulling up on you, telling you to stop.
That's my point.
And I
I
mean,
feel like I got the power at that point because I'm pursuing you. When the police pursue someone, they feel like they have to get control of the situation. They don't feel like the situation is out of their control and they're fearing they just running away. No, they're trying to get control of the situation.
right.
When you're chasing someone, that's what you're doing. You're trying to control the situation. How can you control it? This man wasn't in their backyard and they ran him down. He ran past their house.
Again, but I'm just saying, like according to the first district attorney that they pulled, I mean, again, he wrote information and he wrote this in saying that he is pretty much justified, right? And I'm glad they removed him. Hopefully that Georgia City, something happened in Georgia, give this family a fair shake and a fair chance because again, he wrote firsthand probable cause and we're justified. So he's justifying him and chasing him because they thought he was a burglar suspect under the state's citizens arrest law, according to the information that I'm reading this from. Um, they're giving them justification of it. I don't justify it, right? I feel like that's BS. That's no different from um, me being a game banger and seeing somebody in the opposite color of mine, and I'm thinking that he's going to do something in my neighborhood, and I ride up on him, I shoot him. I'm going to jail. So I just don't
That was
feel.
my point
I feel like
of conversation earlier.
I feel like the system is rigged, and it's unfortunate that again we feel hopeless, and that's why like the biggest message for me with this whole situation is definitely let's fight, push justice for this young man and his family, but also this is why I push and we talk offline so much about black supporting blacks. When we talk about when people talk about Black Wall Street was black supporting blacks and how and look how far they went with what they had. I mean, like I say, I have nothing against white people. I know a lot of good white people. I'm not saying all white people. I'm not saying all Hispanic people. But if this offends you, if this topic offends you, you are who I'm talking to. I don't want to start preaching tonight. Um, I don't want to start preaching tonight because at the end of the day, if saying that people of all races deserve a fair treatment and a fair chance at justice, at peace, the pursuit of happiness, if that bothers you, if that offends you, I don't want to deal with you.
You're right.
So at the end of the day, if you see a man jogging black man, white man, Asian man, Hispanic man. Don't assume someone is a thief. Don't assume that someone is doing something negative because of their skin tone is different. There's a lot of white people that break in homes. I just seen a video a couple of days ago. A white girl, entered this man gate and was trying to steal a package off his front porch, and he
Mm,
caught. So people got to, like I said again, the stereotypes that we get, we unfortunately we get viewed upon. Yo, man, like people got to stop this, man. People got to stop the hate, and I feel this happened due to hate. Period.
and so, and with that being said, I like that comment you said about that being hate. Then this should be a hate crime.
I mean, like I said again, man, it won't be looked at as a hate crime. I'm hoping that they get a fair date in court for this to happen in February. We're just not hearing about it. I mean, come on, man.
Right.
I mean, neither the father or the son was charged. What his name in Arby's in Arbery killing. I hope I ain't. I'm sorry about
Aubrey,
if I'm butchering his name or not. But like I said again, man, rest in power, King.
rest in power.
25 years old. The family feel like the case ain't getting the light that it needs. They want to put together a social media protest because they can't protest on the streets due to everything that's going on. If you come by the article, share the article. You come by this video, share this video.
Facts.
Let's push for change and policies. Let's as a community of blacks, let's push each other for greatness.
Facts.
You got all these women cutting their bodies up to emulate what black women look like. I'm going ahead and just be real with you. You got all these people trying to emulate and imitate what we do on a day-to-day base.
Right.
At some point, we have to get to a point that we are building, pushing, and bigging each other up without bias or jealousy.
Mm.
Like I said again, we talk about this all the time. And I hate to even go this direction because it's been long overdue for us and how we treat each other. We ain't gonna. It's hard to get justice for anybody else when we don't give ourselves justice. We don't give each other credit. We don't give each other the just due. Even though I feel like that father and the son was wrong for what they did to this young man, we have to push and further ourselves by building and rebuilding in our communities.
That's a fact. And as long as our communities are strong, we can keep these problems from happening to us because we have a strong backing in our communities. And right now, our communities are so divided and so nobody want to unify. And especially in these time and days is when we all need to stand up and step up and work together to get a lot of these policies and these laws changed that are against us from the beginning. So when we step up and we say change, we don't need you to go out here and write a law up yourself. We need you to stand behind the people that are fighting for the laws to be changed for us. We need to stand behind the people that are speaking out on the truth about the things that are going on with our community. And we also need to turn around and stop investing outside of our community and pour that money and those fundings back in our community in order to build and make it stronger. Without that financial backing, without that real backing on real leadership, because that's very important. Everybody's not a leader, and it's a lot of people that swindling a lot of people by acting like they have a great message, and some of them do have great messages, but the alternative motives behind those messages are about some swindling ways. So you got to be careful with that, and we got to also be able to pick out these good leaders and get behind them 100%. And as long as we do that, that's where we will start building a strong community, because we are putting those who have our best interests at the front. Okay, and if we have these people who are swindling and agreeing with a lot of these situations behind closed doors, and we got them in the front, they're gonna always hold us back.
Right, facts. Like I said, yeah, these stories are just popping up, man. I don't really care. I'm not trying to push a racist agenda. I like the DJ. I love music. I'd rather be talking about music. I'd rather be talking about entertainment. But for the simple fact that I have to have this conversation, hell, I mean, did you see a video out in what is California, with the police officer abusing his power on a 14-year-old boy?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like I said, it's these stories are popping up left and right now, while we have bigger issues that we're dealing with. Like I said again, I love white folks, I love Hispanic folks, I love even black folks. But if you're a part of what I'm saying, if you're and even Asian folks, I used to box with this guy, he was an Asian guy, cool dude. But if you come across this video and this offends you to talk about justice for blacks, black unity, then you're part of the problem.
Facts.
You're a part of the problem because every other community have unity.
Facts.
Every other community stand behind each other. If you ain't stand, black people need to stand behind each other and push and support each other to get that out to the massive. You're part of the problem.
That's a fact.
Like I said again, it's we got to get tired of this as well.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up your brother. Don't look at his success. That's not your problem. Push yourself. Believe in yourself. We say it all the time and multiple times on this platform that I'm willing to push and talk about your products.
Mm-hmm.
So again, this was to me, like you said last night, this was they was power hungry. They was in a position of power. They wanted to have authority, and even if the young man bucked up, you have a shotgun, at me, and you're harassing me. I have every reason right to tell you to go to hell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm jogging. What
Mm-hmm.
more you want me to, what more do you want? And if you felt like he was a suspect, and I think they did call 911, but they didn't release all the information in the story, and this happened back in February. So they have already had an investigation had already have happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's sickening that you get a chopped up story, and you got a family worried that it's not going to get the attention that it deserves. We need to give this family an ear.
Mm-hmm.
We need to stand behind our brothers and our sisters. Only difference between me, you talk about leadership. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I know I die for my people.
Mm-hmm.
Period. And that don't mean that just because I said my people, I mean black people. I mean people I rock with. That's black
Mm-hmm.
and white. I don't see a division. I don't see, hate when I look at everybody.
Right.
Like I said again, man, we gotta do better, man. But we first gotta do better in our community. We gotta love each other.
And with that being said, that's what we're gonna leave off with. We got to start loving each other in our community. We got to start big up in each other in our community, and we got to start putting more time and investment in building our community. Forget what everybody else think about it. We need to start focusing in on it. And with that being said, this has been the Kane and Reloaded Show. I'm your boy 305 Kane.
And this is your boy DJ Reloaded.
Before we get out of here, we need y'all to hit that subscribe button if you ain't already done it. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can get notified whenever we go live. If you come across this video and you like what we're doing, you made it all the way to this part of the video, make sure you hit that share button and let your friends and family know about us and help us grow. Peace and love, family.
Peace and love, fam.